Welcome to my channel. This session is part of a three-part series where I'm going to be sharing how to properly connect your chatbot to your Facebook and Instagram ads. In the very first episode from last week, I highly suggest if you haven't seen it, start there because that's where I show you soup to nuts how to create a Facebook ad. In this session, I'm going to change, instead of using the JSON that I showed before, which is my favorite way to get them into the bot, I'm going to be showing another method of ManyChat, which is called a keyword or a quick reply that will allow the person to interact once they hit that learn more. So let's dive in and go back to that ad from last week's episode. And let me show you how I changed from a JSON ad to a quick reply or a keyword so that when somebody engages, a buyer, seller, an agent on one of my ads, they'll have an easy way to start interacting to the chatbot and create a very engaging experience to bring you leads as a real estate agent or an investor. Let's go over to Facebook. Okay, so I jumped right over to the Facebook ad manager. The ad manager is where we created that ad from a week ago in the first episode. I'm going to use that same ad and I'll show you how to adjust it from a JSON over to a keyword. So this is the ad we worked on, the rent to own video. If you remember from last week's episode, I'm going to hit edit to edit this particular ad. The place where I edit is down below. It's the same ad. If you remember the video that I shared in video one with the copy and the call to action, to have them click that learn more button to learn all about our rent to own program. What I want to do in this case is instead of opening up the JSON, which brings them right into the chatbot, I'm going to use a method inside of Facebook, which is called a quick reply. So this is the original opt-in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say create new. And if you remember from last week, I selected the advanced setup and pasted the JSON code. In this case, I'm going to use just the start conversation right here, which is part of Facebook's ad manager, not ManyChat. That's the difference. So if I come up here and hit create, it's going to open up a chat experience here in Facebook where I'm going to set up the initial message and I'm going to specify the call to action, which will be the call to action to get them into the chatbot to start interacting. So the very first thing I'm going to do is in the customer actions, you could ask certain questions. And based on each of those questions, you could bring them into different flows inside of ManyChat. But in this case, because it's just rent to own, I'm going to use what's called a quick reply. So I hit the drop down and I hit quick reply right here. And right here down below, that is the quick reply. I'd like to learn more. Now you can control it right here in the message. So if I just want to say learn more right here, then that's the quick reply that I'm going to use. And I want to make sure that I copy that because what's critically important is in a minute, I'll flip over to ManyChat, and I want to show you how to apply that learn more word to your bot so that when somebody responds in Messenger with that word, the rent to own flow will kick in. So we'll go over there in a minute. What I want to do is I want to change up here some of the heading. So I could say, thanks for your interest. Click learn more below for details on our rent to own program. I want to give them a little message so when they click on that ad, this is the first thing they're going to see. And I'm guiding them with a little finger pointing down to have them click this learn more button below to learn more about the program. So we try to keep it real simple for the individual that's interacting to the ad. So then the last step here, as you saw from the first video, I always like to name these templates so that way I can reference them in other ads I'm doing. So I can build this form once and reuse it over and over again throughout the year as I'm doing my advertising. So I'll give it a name like ProEdge rent to own QR for quick reply. So I know that's the quick reply form and I'll click OK. So now I have the quick reply. And if I come over here to the destination preview, you'll see this is what the person's going to see. They'll see that initial message when they hit that learn more button. So right from the ad, they're going to see the ad. They'll click that learn more. What's going to happen is they'll see this message pop up and they'll have to click this learn more to go inside your chatbot. One of the reasons I like the JSON better is when they click to learn more, I put them right into ManyChat. And I have the option to have, if you remember my secret ninja trick, oops, I'm not ready. So a lot of people will hit that learn more and open a window and just leave, seeing that oops, not ready, many people will click that, and you'll still pass them the business card. So I'm always aware of that in marketing. I want to make sure that I get my word out and have people aware of us as realtors and investors. So check out that other video if you want to know that ninja trick if you haven't already seen it. Now let's jump over to ManyChat and let me show you how to hook up that keyword, which is learn more, over on the ManyChat side to fire the specific flow that I want when they go into the bot. Okay, so over here on ManyChat, to set up that keyword, you're going to come down on the menu to automation, and under automation, you'll see keywords right here. And at the very top, there's a keyword, new keyword button. And down below is where I'm going to enter that keyword. What's important is you use the same words that you had on Facebook, because that's the keyword that it's going to use. And I can use an is, a contains, begins with. In this case, I want to be very explicit. If they click that button, I want them to go into the chatbot. I'm going to pick my channel, and inside of ManyChat, they just added Instagram as a channel, which is fantastic, SMS or Messenger. Because there's a Facebook ad, I'm going to put them inside of Messenger when they click that button. I'm going to click create keywords, and then I have the opportunity to create a new reply or hit an existing reply. So if you remember last week, I have a rent to own flow, which is my main flow. I'm going to put them right into that flow when they click learn more. And then this flow will then fire and automatically take them into learning all about our program. And that's it. Very easy. What's key is that you keep the keywords of ManyChat and Facebook the same. And if I jump into Messenger now and show you what happens when I hit learn more, I'll just emulate it. Then you'll get to see how this will work from the end user's perspective. So let me jump in and show you very quickly the end result. So if I just show you an example of how the interaction would work for somebody. They would be going through their news feed and seeing my ad. And here's that ad that's running with the for lease sign rotating around. It's going to grab a lot of people's attention. And when they click to learn more, that's when Messenger would pop up and they would have the quick reply right there. So I'll emulate it because my ad is still in approval because I just submitted it. So Facebook hasn't approved it yet. But just to show you how it works, if I just type in the word learn more, that's the same quick reply that we just set up on the ad. And when I click learn more, the chatbot's going to get engaged and then say, let me show you some great homes. Let me tell you about our program. And the bot starts its interaction. Well, that's as easy as it is. You see, you set it up in Facebook, use a quick reply or keyword that somebody clicks, opens up ManyChat, and the bot will start interacting. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as I said, this is part 2 of a 3-part series. In the next video, I will be sharing how to use a lead form to capture contact details ahead on the ad and then send them into the bot using a URL method. So stay tuned for that next video. If you like this video, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and give me some thumbs up so we can share the love across the YouTube world. And make sure you hit that bell, as I'm going to be producing ads each and every week to help you close more deals and make a lot of money in this decade.